morning, grade 12 physics class. It's Friday morning, May 8th, and today we're going to talk about something called electric potential. But before we get to that, I want to start with a verse of the day. And today's verse of the day is a really short verse, in fact, one of the shortest verses in the Bible. It is just 2 words long, and it's in the middle of a sentence. I'm going to share with you the verse, and then I'm going to share with you actually the rest of the paragraph that it is a part of, because it contains some goodness in it as well. All right, so the verse of the day is simply 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 17, where it simply says, "Pray continually." Profound and important. In 1 Thessalonians 5, in the paragraphs and the verses preceding that, there's a list of things that we are to do. And so here's a part of that list. It says we are to live in peace with each other. We are to encourage the timid. We are to help the weak. Be patient with everyone. Be joyful always. Pray continually. And give thanks in all circumstances. So, there you go. Let that encourage you today, and remember to continue to pray continually. I would encourage you also maybe read the entire book of 1 Thessalonians. It is literally 1.5 pages in your Bible, and it won't take you very long. You'll get to read it in context as to what Paul is saying to the Thessalonians at that time. All right, electric potential. Electric potential, otherwise known as voltage. But voltage is not the term we're going to use. Voltage is a unit of measure, not a concept. So, all right, electric potential is simply the work that is done on a charged particle. So, in the context of current electricity, when we take an electron and move it somewhere else, we are doing work on it. It is similar and it is likened to lifting something up off the earth, right? When I lift something up higher, it gains potential energy, gravitational potential energy, and when I release it, it comes back to the earth doing work on whatever it then happens to do, work on, right? So whatever it hits. And so it's the same thing with charged particles. When we take a charged particle, an electron, move it away from something, and then allow it to move back into a current flowing electron, those electrons can do work on whatever it is, lighting a light, making your toast, etc. They do work on something. All right, so the formula for voltage, I just did it wrong. The formula for electric potential, which is measured in volts, is work done per unit charge. Okay, and again, we know that work is measured in joules, because it's an energy, change in energy, and charge is in coulombs, so 1 volt is simply equal to 1 joule per coulomb, and so that is our unit. And again, I wrote down here potential difference is measured in volts, which is the symbol V. So the symbol for the quantity electric potential is a V. The symbol for the unit is also a V, which is why we interchange the term electric potential and voltage, which is okay, but it's not necessarily correct. And in science courses around the world, the term will be electric potential, not voltage. All right, this formula can also be written in the form E equals V times Q. So taking this formula, multiplying Q on both sides, and then instead of writing work, writing it as energy, because again, work is a change in energy, right? They are equivalent to one another, and so sometimes we talk about electrical energy, and that would be the work that is being done within the circuit. All right, we can rewrite this using a formula we learned yesterday. The formula we learned yesterday was I equals Q over T, and so Q is then equal to I times T, and so we can make that substitution, getting the formula E equals V I T. 2 simple formulas again to do, and today that's all we want to cover. I am going to give you another handout assignment, some simple questions using one of these 2 formulas, either the work formula or this energy formula, which is again the same formula, just written in a different way, or this formula, which again is the same formula, but with a substitution of the formula we learned yesterday. And so again, fairly simple. Remember a couple of things. Voltage, potential difference is measured in voltage, work is in joules, or energy is in joules, same unit. Charge is in coulombs, current in amps, time of course is in seconds. And so when you do questions, when you do the 5 questions I'm going to assign you on your handout, read it carefully, understand what is given and what you need to find, and then it's because they're fairly straightforward, simple formulas, it's just a matter of plugging in the formulas and solving for the variable that you need. All right, so that's it for today. Do the 5 questions that I'm going to assign you. Shouldn't take you very long, and then enjoy your weekend. Again, don't forget to finish your test if you haven't already done so and get that submitted to me. And that's it. Have a great weekend. See you tomorrow, or see you Monday.